Optage Hospice came into our lives when Mom was at the hospital in July, and she didn't really want to get better. She didn't want any antibiotics, and she didn't, want the DNR and all of that, and that was fine. And so I talked to the nurse and about the medications she was on, and she was having a hard time swallowing, and they wanted her on thick liquids, and she didn't like that. And so the nurse talked to the doctor, and then they brought up the idea of Optage Hospice. A friend of mine had mentioned hospice, and so I didn't know at what point that actually starts. And so we talked about that, and then as it turned out, I ended up going back to Oregon to help the grandkids like Mom wished. And so I did a lot of it over the phone with my brother Mike and the hospice intake nurse, and they were just wonderful. They were so helpful, and they were talking that she could have comfort care instead of the improvement type care that you typically get when you go into the hospital or you get ill. And so they explained what comfort care was, and they talked about medications, and they talked about helping her pass in a comfortable way. And she was very comforted in knowing that that's what her future would be, and she didn't have to worry, and she didn't have to take pills that she didn't want. And they also offered neck massage. She loved that. Oh, I had a massage today, she would tell me. And because I called her every night around 9:30, 10. It used to be around 11 because she would stay up so late, and she'd go for walks around the halls and stuff. But as she was getting closer to the end, it was more like 9, and I called her every night for years. And we'd talk about her day, and oh, I had a massage today, and oh, the hospice came in with a nice shower, and then after a while it was a bed type bath, and oh, it went so good, and I felt so good. And the music, the musician turned out to be, Jim was fabulous, and he was very well respected in the hospice community, and he would come and talk to her about what type of music she liked. Well, she liked the dancing music of the tail end of the World War II songs, and Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman and those. And so he had to learn a few songs, and she would tell him, well, you should learn Baby Elephant Walk song, because people are going to request that. And he would laugh, because most of the people just wanted more slower, religious type, comforting type songs, and Mom wanted, uplifting, happy songs, and they just had a great time. And she would say, oh, the hospice music was here today, and we listened to this song, we sang this song together. And he ended up doing the music for her funeral, which was just fabulous. We had a great musical aspect to her funeral, thanks to hospice.